Hello, good morning students. Today in this session of thermal engineering, we'll discuss the second law of thermodynamics. Before that, we'll take a short overlook on the limitations of the first law. Okay, as discussed in the previous video, that the first law does not explain about the magnitude of conversion of energy. Because the first law says the cyclic integral dq is equal to cyclic integral dw. That means whether the all heat is converted into work, but it is impossible because the heat is a low grade energy and work is a high grade energy. But the first law does not place any restriction on magnitude of conversion of energy. That is the one limitation about the magnitude of conversion of energy in the first law. And the second limitation is that first law does not explain about the direction of process, whether that process will occur or not. For example, heat flow from a body at lower temperature to a body at high temperature. First law doesn't explain whether this process will occur or not. It just says the heat transfer will take place. But what about the heat flow from low temperature body to high temperature body? That first law does not explain. Now both these limitations create the necessity of the second law, which will explain both about the magnitude of conversion of energy and about the direction of process, and that is the second law of thermodynamics, which eliminate both the limitations of the first law. Now see what is the second law. Now the first statement of the second law of thermodynamics is the Kelvin-Planck statement. This Kelvin-Planck statement explains about the magnitude of conversion of energy. Okay. Now what is the Kelvin-Planck statement? It says that it is impossible to construct an engine to work in a cyclic process whose sole effect is to convert all heat supplied to it into an equivalent amount of work. That means what it says, that it is impossible to construct an engine which will convert all heat into equivalent amount of work. That means whether heat rejected will be zero. And this is the source, high temperature reservoir, from which engine absorbs the heat, huge amount of heat, and all is converted into work. To construct such an engine is impossible. There will be a certain rejection of heat to the low temperature reservoir or to the sink or say surrounding. That is about the first statement of the second law. That means that all heat cannot be converted on, that means efficiency will cannot be achieved by say 100%. Okay. Now this was about the magnitude of conversion of energy, that's this statement. Now the second statement is Clausius statement. Okay. It explains about the direction of process, whether it will occur or not. Say heat flow from low temperature body to high temperature body, whether it will occur or not spontaneously on its own. It is explained by this Clausius statement. It is impossible to construct a device or say heat pump. Construct a device or just like a water pump, it lifts the water from lower head to higher head. Similarly, heat pump, that means which draws the heat from lower temperature reservoir and delivers the higher temperature reservoir. That is the heat pump. I mean, it is impossible to construct a device or a heat pump working in a cyclic process whose sole effect. So this is the word here is sole effect. Here was also the word sole effect. The one and only one, not other than the one and only one effect. Okay, the sole effect is the transfer of heat from a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature. That means it says that Clausius statement says that it is impossible to construct the heat pump which will carry the heat from lower temperature reservoir to higher temperature reservoir without any work input. It says that the sole effect will be the transfer of heat from lower temperature body to higher temperature body. That means without the work input, to transfer the heat from lower temperature reservoir to higher temperature reservoir, lower temperature body to higher temperature body, it is not possible. That means it is the impossible. That is the second statement of the second law of the thermodynamics. Okay, both the statements explain about the magnitude and the direction of process. Okay, thank you very much.